Notice a new tab appear called Food with a carrot icon. The crock pot is found there at the top. Craft that sucker up! I've got some good ingredients for crock pot recipes already. Welcome! I'm Boogerlicious. Want to see more Don't Starve Together content in the future? Like the video so I know. New to Don't Starve Together and don't know where to start? Check out my beginner's guide to DST I've linked in the upper right. Seen it already? Let's dive into an essential part of not starving, crock pots and fighting. To craft a crock pot, you need 3 cut stone, which you craft by a science machine or alchemy engine under the Refine tab, 6 charcoal, and 6 twigs. My favorite way to get charcoal is to make a controlled fire in a tree-dense area. Let's do that together! Find an area that's near a natural pathway. That way it's already partially isolated. Once you're there, reveal the map in that spot to see how much of that forest is connected to the rest. Dig up berry bushes, green mushrooms, twigs, and anything else you could use. The twigs and grass you can replant at your base. If you just light these trees on fire without any gaps, the whole forest will likely catch on fire. That can burn down lots of important items like green mushrooms, spiders' nests, pig houses, twigs, berry bushes, and more. This area is naturally isolated from the forest, but I'm going to chop down a few trees anyway to show you approximately how much space you'll need to keep the majority of the forest unburnt. Once the area of trees you want to burn is nicely isolated, set a tree ablaze and enjoy the fire show. Some charcoal that falls may catch on fire, but wait until it's safe to pick up any ash or charcoal, then go and do so. Ash is good to collect for future crafting, but if you don't get any ash, that's totally fine too. If you notice charcoal on the ground smoldering, you can put it out by hand, but beware it does injure you and make you hot. I usually don't bother to do that. The burnt trees drop lots of charcoal when you chop them down. You don't need to collect all the charcoal unless you want to. You can return to the burnt forest by checking your map. See how the burnt trees show up clearly? Back at base, stand near your science machine or alchemy engine. Notice a new tab appear called Food with a carrot icon. The crock pot is found there at the top. Craft that sucker up! I've got some good ingredients for crock pot recipes already. A froggle bunwich is a great crock pot recipe with minimal ingredients. 1 set of frog legs, 1 vegetable like a mushroom or carrot, and 2 twigs. I love using red mushrooms for these. Uh-oh! See the red on our user interface? Look at your hunger meter in the upper right. It's at 0! When this happens, your health drops fast. So it's urgent to eat something immediately. I ate a stale juicy berry to stave off starvation until the bunwich is ready. Green and blue mushrooms are great to consume on their own. Green fire roasted or blue raw, but red mushrooms aren't great on their own cooked or raw, so they're perfect as a veggie filler in recipes like this froggle bunwich. Consumed, a froggle bunwich replenishes 20 hit points, 37.5 hunger, and 5 sanity. Trail mix is even better for hit points. 1 fire roasted birch nut, 2 berries, and 1 stick will produce trail mix. Consumed, it will replenish an incredible 30 hit points, 12.5 hunger, and 5 sanity. Let's quickly look at easy ways to obtain some different meat sources. This is an essential part of survival and will help you tremendously in not starving. Hear that little sound alert? Check out the backpack on the right. The spoiled juiceberry just turned into rot. Want to learn what to use rot for? Let me know in the comments below and like the video. To efficiently collect meat morsels and frog legs, go to your survival tab and look at the trap recipe. It requires 6 grass and 2 twigs. Craft up a bunch of those and place on top of a rabbit hole and near a pond. You can either chase a rabbit or kite a frog towards the trap, or go on other adventures and check back on your traps periodically to collect your goods. Rabbits will always run to their burrows at night, so the likelihood of there being rabbits under your traps daily is high. Same can be said about frogs, especially when traps are near a multi-pond set piece like the one I'm at now. Finding this video helpful? Comment below and like the video. Thanks for everyone's feedback on the previous DST video. It helps me a lot to know when you want more content like this. That gobbling sound is a turkey. Turkeys are faster than players, so they're the most annoying and frustrating passive mob in the game, in my opinion, especially as a beginner player. They will run from one berry bush to another, gobbling all the berries in sight. I came over to gather berries in the dark, and luckily, one popped out of a berry bush at dawn. To kill a turkey, quickly put berries down and move a short distance away. The instant the turkey starts moving towards the berries, hold down Ctrl F. That will auto-target whatever mob is closest to you. Be careful if there are butterflies, bees, or any other mobs nearby. You might target them instead. The turkey could gobble all of your berries in that moment before you can target it again. This is one of the most satisfying kills in all of DST, in my opinion, for that very reason. Whenever dusk approaches, the turkey will dash into the nearby bush, so this has to be done during the daytime. Turkey dinner is a fantastic source of hunger and health regeneration. It requires 2 drumsticks, 1 veggie or fruit filler, and 1 piece of meat, like a meat morsel, monster meat, frog legs. All the recipes take varying times to cook. A turkey dinner takes a full minute, which when you're on the cusp of starving can feel like a very long time. But it's worth the wait. It replenishes 20 hit points, a whopping 75 hunger, and 5 sanity. Watch the way the hunger meter jumps up to a nearly full tummy. I love these moments in Don't Starve Together. It's just so satisfying. Meatballs are great for hunger and very versatile. 1 piece of meat, like monster meat, a meat morsel, or drumstick. 3 filler items, like berries, mushrooms, or roasted birch nuts, to assemble. Meatballs consumed will replenish 3 hit points, a huge 62.5 hunger, and 5 sanity. Meatballs are an essential recipe that most DST players use on a regular basis. Most recipes, like meatballs, can be assembled with a variety of raw items. Check the Crock Pot page on the DST Wiki link below to see recipes in more detail. There's also a great mod that helps you see what you can make from ingredients. If you're interested in a video about quality of life mods like that one, comment below and like the video. What I popped into the crock pot was ingredients for a butter muffin. To assemble, it requires 1 set of butterfly wings, 1 vegetable, and 2 twigs. I know, there's nothing buttery or muffiny about those ingredients. That's the magic of DST for you. Butter muffins replenish 20 hit points, 37.5 hunger, and 5 sanity. This one I'm taking with me because we're going on a fighting trip soon, and I might need a boost for my hit points later. I'm glancing quickly at the map to locate a nearby spider nest. In the morning, I'm bringing you spider hunting with me, so you can see how to easily get tasty, gamey monster meat. Let's craft armor and a spear. By your science machine or alchemy engine, look under the fight tab and craft a log suit, 2 ropes from the refine tab, and 8 pieces of wood. And for the spear, 2 twigs, 1 rope, and 1 flint. Both these items are great early game gear for fighting enemies. I moved away from the alchemy engine so you could see how once I prototyped rope, now I can craft it any time and anywhere without my sciencey mechanisms. This works for all items in the game on your current playthrough after prototyping. Spiders are the easiest source of early game monster meat. Try to avoid attacking spiders in the evening when you fight them for the first time. They wander out of their nests in the evening and throughout the night. If you attack one, more will likely come and overwhelm you. So that's why we're preparing now and we're going to approach them in the morning. Try out your armor for the first time. Notice how your backpack drops when you wear it? Remember to pick it back up after you're done fighting your enemies. Now equip your spear and let's go! If you wander onto a spider den in the daytime, a spider will come out and come towards you aggressively. Kite it away from the nest and then fight it. Spider dens come in 3 phases. If you wander onto a tier 2 den, as I'm about to do, 2 spiders will come out and 3 spiders will come out of a tier 3. So take care. A tier 1 nest will only have 3 spiders in total. Tier 2, on the other hand, have 6 normal spiders plus 1 warrior spider. And tier 3s, well, I don't recommend dealing with those until you're a more seasoned spider killer. Kite the spider and allow it to munch in your general direction, then hold down the F key to auto hit it. 3 hits with a spear from whistling will kill a normal spider. Spiders don't hit hard, especially when you're wearing armor, so don't stress if the spider hits you a few times as you're learning. Warrior spiders, on the other hand, have bigger health pools and hit harder, so be careful around the tier 2 and tier 3 spider dens. Since this spider den is so close to a cave, I'm destroying it. You can choose whether to destroy or leave a spider den. If the nest is left, it will continue through the phases and spiders will respawn in it over time. Are you enjoying the video or finding it helpful? Let me know in the comments below and don't forget to like the video. Notice the spider webs on the ground. Those are also extremely valuable resources and used for lots of craftables. Collect all those up and bring them back with you. Spiders can also drop spider glands. I'll cover those in more detail in a future video if there's enough positive feedback on this video. If your inventory is completely full, you can still carry one additional item with your mouse. To do this, simply mouse click on the item and stack additional items onto it as you see me doing here. Hear that growly, huffy sound? That's a warning that hounds are coming. Hounds will periodically come to you in waves. The first wave comes between day 8 to 12 and is usually 1 to 3 hounds per player, so always make sure to have armor and a spear ready before day 8. You get monster meat from hounds, although they have a higher health pool and hit for more damage than spiders. The growling and huffing will escalate until it abruptly stops. When that happens, the hounds will come. When I'm facing 2 by myself like this, I tank one while holding down F, then kite a single hound until it munches in my general direction. If you're near a swamp or other mobs, you can also choose to kite them around until one gets distracted, so you can focus on one alone. Then hold down the F key for 2 hits, rinse and repeat until the hound has perished. You'll notice the hounds hit harder than the spiders, and you generally need to do at least 3 or more sessions of back and forth like this until they die. Unlike spiders, hounds have a 100% drop rate for monster meat, and they occasionally will drop a hound's tooth. Again, with armor on, you can afford to get hit a few times, but they do hit harder, so will damage your armor and your character more than spiders. So be mindful of your hit points in the upper right. If you want to seek out hounds on your own, there are 2 deserts on the map. One of the deserts has hound mounds. You'll know you're in the right one if you see squat cactuses. The taller cactuses are in the other desert. Hounds are a great source of monster meat and are worth seeking out for both monster meat and hound's teeth. When attacking a hound from a hound mound, kite it away like you saw me do with the spiders from a spider den. If you attack a hound too close to a hound mound, more will come out of the mound and run at you. A quick side note about valuable hotkeys for Don't Starve Together. Control F is to target neutral or passive mobs, but F on its own targets aggressive mobs. So holding down F near a butterfly or turkey, for example, won't work. Want an informative guide about all the mobs and which are passive, neutral, or aggressive? Like the video and comment below so I know you're interested. So far, we addressed Crock Pot recipes that help a lot with hit points and health. For sanity, fire-roasted green mushrooms are the best early game sanity booster. But in terms of the crock pot, Taffy is a great sanity booster too. Let's acquire some honey together. When you find a beehive, equip your armor and spear. Give the hive a swipe, then kite around the bees. Use F to take a swipe, kite, swipe, until all the bees are dead. The red bees are killer bees and aggressive mobs, so the F key works on them. For regular bees, you need to use Control F to target and attack. Some may drop honey or stingers. Both are important, so collect them up. Then destroy the hive. It will drop 3 honey and 1 honeycomb. The most sustainable way to make taffy and other honey-related recipes is to have your own bee box. If you'd like to learn more about that, let me know in the comments below and like the video. Honey nuggets are great for hunger and health. They require 1 honey, 1 piece of meat, and 2 fillers of fruit or veggies. Honey nuggets replenish 20 hit points, 37.5 hunger, and 5 sanity. Again, for more detail about exactly what items work or don't work for each recipe, refer to the Crock-Pot page of the DST Wiki I've linked below. I relied on this page heavily when I first started playing Don't Starve Together, and I still look at it now and then. It's very useful. While we're waiting for the honey nuggets, I'm gathering wood to craft a chest. Chests are another essential part of survival and organization at your base. To craft, make 3 boards under the Refine tab, then select the Structures tab. The chest is at the top. I'm maxed out on my inventory space right now, so this will help tremendously. Taffy requires 3 honey and 1 stick to produce. It does 3 points of damage to your hit points, replenishes 25 hunger and 15 sanity. Personally, I prefer cooked green mushrooms instead of taffy for sanity, especially early game like this, because A, they're much easier to obtain. Just pick a green mushroom and roast on a fire versus all that effort to obtain honey, and B, they only do 1 point of damage to your hit points for 15 sanity, while taffy does 3 times that much damage to your hit points. But it's still a great option to have, especially when you're doing a lot of work around the base, and once you've got some bee boxes set up nearby, taffy will be a lot easier and sustainable to reproduce. Did you enjoy the video? Like the video so I know it helped you. Want a thorough, comprehensive guide to more crockpot recipes at different stages of the game? Let me know in the comments below and like the video. Something else about DST that you're struggling with and want to learn about? Please comment below with your questions and thoughts. Thanks again for the feedback on my previous DST video. I'm really enjoying making these, so as long as you enjoy watching and learning, I'm happy to keep making them. Goodbye and take care, my dear, amazing, wonderful friend.
It's delicious.